minutes to pull in. So I know some people are watching WASD, but that's wrapping up. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and get started. So yeah, the goal as per usual, we're gonna go through the entire cast. We're gonna try to be as precise as possible in the internal organization. All right, let's just break it out of the way. Top one is not Vlov. Top one is this guy. Still, I think I don't think it's up for debate. Because Roa doesn't have any losing matchups. Has every tool available both rounds. Has the best reward of DP in the game. Has a 50-50 of throw. Does insane damage. Corner carry 50-50s. I don't know. I don't know what to say that's bad for him. Like, yeah, his ground normals are a little stubby, but like doesn't matter because you have Needle. Right? Like you have 236, you have Needle, you have 2C. How much damage an Oki Roa get of his DP? He gets like 3k almost. I mean, he gets like air throw enders on those, but this is not bad. Like, it doesn't matter because he has like good air throw setups anyway, like very good air throw setups. So fucked up. Very good Moondrive usage. That's the thing, like very good Moondrive usage. That's one of the things that I want to put for this on this guide. I want to emphasize, not guide, tier list. I consider a character strong if they have good matchup spread, good offense, good offense in the sense of good damage or good mix-up or both. Good usage of Moondrive, so that means like it's able to get touches into big damage. So that's important to me. To me, being able to erase a life bar is very important. Like when you want it. So like if you punish a mistake, how bad can you make it hurt with resources, right? Roa is up there. He can do whatever he wants with his moon skills. So I don't think he has anything bad going for him. His air buttons are decent. They're okay. Like they're not broken, but like they're good. His air dash is pretty good. His dash is fine. Needle is broken. His EX moves are all broken. I don't know, like the only reason I have him over Vlov is just the fact that he's full powered both rounds. Where like Fire Vlov is not on top tier. Like Fire Vlov is like the bottom of high tier. But when you get Ice Vlov, you become better than Roa. So that's why the only discrepancy I see here, right? Like the thing I'm saying, why I don't think Vlov is the best character in the game is just I think Roa is full consistency the entire game. While Vlov, you kind of have to play a little different based on the rounds. And Fire Vlov is substantially weaker than Ice Vlov. Like, it's not up for debate. Right? Like, not even. In top two, this motherfucking carried-ass character right next to Roa. Like I was saying, I think he's fumble-proof. Like, these two, honestly, fumble-proof makes more sense. Can't lose. Aw. Fumble-proof. Can't lose. Like, literally can't lose. I don't know how you lose. I don't know how people lose with Roa. And I don't know how people lose with Vlov. So the thing about Vlov is that he does have a fail state. Right? If you put him in the corner, he doesn't have the best ways out. But I think this game has pretty good universal mechanics to fight that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like Blaze Blue, where like if you put the zoner in the corner, they die. I was gonna ask if Iceman got tier. Yeah. This is like god tier. These are like insane broken characters. So yeah, I just don't know. So like that is the argument against Vlov, right? He doesn't have a DP. He doesn't have fast buttons to mash out, right? Like his movement is like average to below average. it's pretty good for what it is, you know. It's like, but this guy has some of the best moves in the game. It's probably like the safest tournament character, period. I don't want to hear excuses. These two are like the best tournament characters. The only reason I'd say Vlov is a little bit more safe than Roa is that Roa execution is a little higher. Like Vlov, you can be an idiot and still land his combos, right? Like, and he has some of the like stupidest moves in the game. 2BC, Moon skill continues to be broken. Continues to be like, oh, you got in on me? Get fucking pushed to the fucking corner, bitch. It's a gapless moon skill that sends people to the corner. That is like literally so stupid. That is not good. That is like some of the dumbest design I've seen in a video game. And then we have the fucking ice mode. The fucking ice mode 6BC. It's also like one of the dumbest moves I've seen in the game. No skill. No skill. His Rekas are broken. His Rekas are really good. His buttons are really good. His 5C. That button cooks. His 5C is really good. His everything is so, like, his buttons are really good for what they are. His air buttons are really solid too. So, I don't know. I think this character is really stable. I know Japan. So the thing about Japan is that they've always been saying that Roa is not, that Vlov is not stable as a character, right? Because you need to lose a round to become broken. Do you really need ice mode to like win? I don't think, like, ice mode facilitates the victory. But I think what they don't see is if you win a round as Fire Vlov, you get so much advantage. Like, think about it. Okay, think about it. When you fight Vlov, if you win a round, he becomes ice mode, but you have 2 rounds to do it. When you lose a round to Fire Vlov, you're fighting. You need to win both rounds, and you only have 1 shot versus like God, versus the best character in the game. That's kind of sucky. I'm not gonna lie. So like yeah, I understand their argument for stability, but at the same time, I don't think it makes much sense or like it matters that much. Like, yeah, okay, you need to lose to become ice mode. Big fucking deal. It's not like the character is in this tier when he's on fire and then he becomes this, you know? Like when he's on fire mode, he's like here. Or like the bottom of this tier or higher here. He's like for free. Like absolutely. So that's how I see it. So like, yeah, like he's not struggling. He's not struggling on fire mode, right? Like, oh, let me move to make more sense. He's not struggling in fire mode. So if he were worse in fire mode, if he were like, you know, Neko tier in fire mode, I would argue. I'll be like, okay, that's fine, you know, like whatever, cool. But that's not the case. He's really strong too on fire. So I think this character, these two are like the fumble proof. Like, you really, honestly, if you're playing to win at like type Lumina, you should be playing these 2 characters. You shouldn't be playing anyone else. Even though this game is really balanced, like this game is stupid balanced. Like I think characters from here can win majors. For the record, right? For the record, I think anything that isn't here can win. If you pick this, you lose. Like you don't deserve to win. But like if you pick these guys, you are tryharding, and like this is what you should be picking, right? If you're like, you want to be esports, arguably you could also say this, and this is the next character I was going to talk about, Arcade. But I don't think Arcade is fumble proof. I think she's God tier, but I think Arc requires actual Melty fundamentals. Like, requires actual fundamentals to be played at a high level. I think it's really easy to say who's a bad Arcade and who's a good Arcade. It's really easy because, yes, she's dumb, but like her stupidity, it's based on her fundamentals, like her dash speed, her 2B, her JC, you know, like her 4BC, like well spaced 4BCs. It's not anything like, haha, funny projectiles, full screen, look at me, I'm so good. You know, like, it's completely different than those. So, I think Arcwait should be here. If we're talking full, like, maximum level play, this character's here. But I think because she needs to work, I can't justify her being next to these two. Because I think she requires way more work than these two. But this character is fucking amazing, honestly. This character is insanely good. Can fight Vlov, can fight Roa. The best offense in the game. Some of the highest damage. 2-2 DP. Good health. Solid. Overall, super solid pick. So yeah, the only issue with her, like I said, is she's easy to learn but super hard to master. So that's the only thing that really goes against her. And you know, like, she doesn't like have carried neutral in the sense that she doesn't put shit on the screen that people can't really move around. She needs to move around like the annoying shit. So that's the main distinction between her and these two, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's why I don't want to put her in fumble proof, because she's in fumble proof. In fact, I think it's really easy to crash with this character. Yeah, she's high execution too. I don't know, she requires work, actual work. You can play a baby Roa and still like body half of an A. And you can play like the worst bluff and still win because the character carries. But Arcwait is not gonna carry, like, Arcwait doesn't hold your hand. She doesn't hold your hand and tells you, here, let's make it to the money. No. You work side by side with her. Like, you all work your asses off, right, to get to the money. But she's fucking broken, don't get me wrong. This character is infuriatingly strong. Her combo throw is definitely one of the best in the game, if not the best in the game, probably. Just because she gets mixed up of it. And I think Warc doesn't. So that's the main distinction. But yeah, this character is really good. I certified seal of approval. This character is good as hell. And for the record, like I was saying, like I think everyone in this game is viable except pick if you want to lose. So yeah, just go ham. Pick whoever you want. If you're tryharding, pick this too. If you're tryharding and you're willing to grind, pick whoever is here. Okay, moving on. This is the controversial stuff. So everyone nowadays Japan is on the fucking PC train, and I love the PC choo-choo train. I love PC. I think she's amazing, but I think Aoko is better. Honestly speaking, I think Aoko is better. So what's good with Aoko right now? Jesus, where do I start? She's such a cool character. The sickest character in the game. One of the sickest ones for sure. Man, so good neutral. Her 2B is one of the best buttons in the game. Her JB is good. Her JC is good. Her projectiles are really good. Her 236A is really fast and it goes really far. So for what it is, it's insane. Orbs are not for neutral like the way actors again, just because the shield, it's, you know, the way shield works in this game. Actual good players, I would say right now the only one that I 100% say, okay, this guy is, it's Red Blade. I think Yozoro is strong, but Yozoro does some plays that I don't agree with. let's just say he does some plays I don't fully agree with. In Japan, there's a couple. So the one who gone, I have it here. I have the list of Japanese players here. I'm sorry for the light team. Can I put black team? I don't think so. Well, y'all gotta hold it. So for this one, I recommend Gonsan, which is over here. There's Ki, but Ki is gonna show as a Miyako player. I think Ki. This guy dropped Miyako. He's actually playing Arcwait right now. He won the last tournament. The last big tournament, Ki won it on Arcwait. So I wanna shout out Ki and Gon, but there's a whole list of Japanese players here. I know Pamu also. Grow. So yeah, there's quite a bit. But in NA, I will say Red Blade is the one, right? Like, I think Red plays better than the people I mentioned from Japan. For Aoko, I would say Taka. If you're not looking at Taka, you're trolling. So the guy Taka, can you say the shit link? I can. I will send it. Anyone with the link, copy. Yeah, I will send the link there. If you want references for the characters, Taka is the one. Taka is fucking insane. Okay. Sorry for the tangent for the people of YouTube. I know people of YouTube do watch this from the timestamps. I'm sorry for going on the tangent. Okay, back to this character. Good movement. Has 2 air dashes or 3 jumps. Honestly, she's just solid. She has like a good toolkit. Good damage. Now, good mix-up. Some of the best mix-up in the game because, honestly, like she fights shield pretty well for what it is because her pressure is not like super linear. I think the skill ceiling on Aoko might be the highest in the game. I think she might have the highest skill ceiling in the game after Warc. It's her or Warc. But you can make insane setups with this character. She has cross-up breaks. She has left-rights. Good like high-lows. A lot of stuff. Like she has a lot going for her. So, good toolkit. Her matchup spread is pretty even. She can go toe-to-toe with these two. I know Ice Vlov does give Aoko some trouble. I know that. But outside of that, I think she does fine versus the rest of the cast. So yeah, like super solid pick, honestly. Her pressure is insane because she has a lot of points where like she puts a gap, but you can't really act upon it. You know what I'm saying? Like she'll do a 2-2A and like she jumps back and you're like, okay, it's my turn. Boom, 2-3-6-A, full combo. Don't move, bitch. Sit down. Like she has a lot of good checks. She can check you. Super easy. So her pressure is really good. She has the fastest overhead in the game, 4C, which is not a flash overhead, which is important to note. It's not a flash overhead. And it's 0 block. So really, really insane stuff. One thing I don't like about her is that her 5A is not an anti-air. Same thing with Ro actually. Her 5A can't really anti-air because of that the little kick. So that's, in my book, that's points off. Like just points off. And yeah, but like insane skill ceiling. This character, you need to be like a monster specialist to get like the full Aoko experience. And yeah, also she has the combo throw, right? Like she can combo throw with the orb. Damage is okay. It's not the best. This isn't in order. This is in order. It's all in order. Everything's gonna be ordered. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a while, fellas, and we're gonna be editing this. Like, get comfy. Get comfy. This is gonna get funny. Okay. So, any questions on Aoko? I think I kind of made my point. Like, I just think she's overall an amazing character, amazing toolkit. Honestly, how that you put Akiha bottom tier, man. I'm not a down player. I'll say that much. Okay. Now when it gets tricky. So, I have arguments for Warc or PC. But I think PC over Warc makes sense. In my heart, I think this makes more sense. It's a tough call. I think it's a tough call. It's a tough call. I think Pciel though, but so this character is super funny because she climbed the ranks, and now she's one of the most popular characters. Everyone's trying Pciel. Everyone knows Pciel. One of the coolest characters in this game. One of the most unique ones. So what does she have going for her? Probably like one of the most obnoxious neutral to play around. So it's one of the most obnoxious neutral. Her jump C is broken. Her JB is really fast. Her 2B is good. Her 2C is insane. Her 5C is the key button for me. In my book, 5C is like the printing money button. Of course, her main weakness is the fact that she can't really chain air attacks. Which is a big deal in this game, I think. She can't really like jail you like that often, like guard break you. And her confirms are the other big issue with this character. This character is another one of those fucking skill ceiling beasts. So if you've noticed, I think these three are like some of the hardest characters in the game to optimize. And it's gonna keep going. I think this tier is the specialist tier in that sense. You need to be really nasty at the game, and you need to like dedicate to your character, but you can do really well. So going back to PC, in some of the highest damage in the game, like practical damage. None of these like Twitter combos, practical combos that like do 4.5 to 5k plus. It is actually kind of scary, not even gonna lie. Her mix-up is, it's not the best. She just plays with conditioning, right? Her thing is about conditioning space. So she's really good at denying you from jumping, denying you from moving. Once she conditions the opponent, I think she can run a really good strike throw. Which you will say, oh, Scrod, it's just strike throw. Like, who the fuck cares about strike throw? Strike throw is the name of the game. The type Lumina is a strike throw game. So if you can play good strike throw, I think you're really solid in the game, right? Like, Ra doesn't have mix-up. He's a strike throw character. And then he gets a 50-50 of his fucking throw. Are you scared of the throw? I'm fucking scared of the throw. Same thing with PC. Like, she gets, I think it's like a safe jump that beats a follow-up. Correct me if I'm wrong, PCL players. But I'm pretty sure you do get a follow-up that does beat, after throw, you can set like a safe jump. And like, if you can fight shield, then they're not gonna shield, and then you can get away with other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, her whole game is conditioning the opponent to not be a dummy. Also, her DP, one of the best DPs in the game because it's an animation DP. So what does that mean? Let's say if you are like, I don't know, let's say if there's like something on the screen that could potentially hit you, right, while you're DPing, which happens a lot. Your DP is gonna ignore it because it's an animation DP. It's actually really funny. It happens a lot. It's pretty good. It's a good shit. Her DPA, which is not imbone, is obnoxious in neutral. That move does like insane damage if you land it too. So overall, her game plan is mix up, hit confirms, kinda, if you're nice, oof. Damage, oof. Consistency, oof. Like, I think once you like optimize Pciel, she can be stable. I was thinking she's not that stable, and that's why I was gonna put Warc over her, purely because her combos can be really fucking annoying to land. But thank you to the patch, now her new combos do more damage and they're easier to do. So shoutouts to the patch for making this character relevant. I think she's definitely like the most loved character on the patch, if anything. Like, she was like a whole tier and a half below before this, easily, right? I think I was next to Aoko. She went like super up in stonks. So yeah, like I think in NA, I wanna say we don't really have, like, I think we have Omni, which is, he's really strong. He's almost like at that point where I'm like genuinely scared. But I look at like the Korean or like the Japanese PCs, and Jesus Christ, they're like, first of all, they're everywhere, and second of all, they're cooking. Like, they're cooking the region right now. I think there was a PCL who won a Korean tournament recently, which was stacked as fuck, by the way. And I think there was a PCL player on top 3, I think top 4 of the last Japanese big tournament. So this character is definitely going up. This is a safe pick. Again, same with these last two. She's super high skill ceiling. Especially hit confirming. It's really hard with her. Get used to it. She plays the game differently than the rest. So if you want to be unique in that way, if you don't want to like be cookie cutter Melty blood, I think Pciel is a good choice. Okay, now with that said, we go here. And this is the other fucking stonks character, right? Like, this character, people are saying she was bad, and now everyone is like on the Warc top 1 allegations. And I don't know, I think I can see it. Like, I see what people see in this character. And I think she's really strong, but she has a couple fatal flaws. So first of all, she has the worst throw in the game. Right? Like, you don't get Oki of throw mid-screen, which kind of fucking sucks. You don't even get a knockdown, dude. It's garbage. It's pathetically garbage. Second of all, another freaking high execution ass character. Like these three, she's one of these specialist characters for sure. Third of all, this is big one. Her matchups can be consistent. I will argue. So people are telling me that this is the Vlov check. Like this character is the Vlov check. I don't see it. I'll be honest. I see it for Fire Vlov, but I don't see it for Ice Vlov yet. I think this character cooks this character. I think Roa cooks Warc. Like, I think so. Like, alleged, like super think so. So, she's weird in that regard. But I think she's consistent, but some matchup I think could give her trouble. Other thing that's a big minus, especially in this patch, is the fact that she's very moon gauge hungry. Right? She has some of the best moon skills in the game. Her moon skill ring, 6BC, moon skill air ring, teleport. All her moon skills are valuable. But the way you generate moon gauge in this game is like way low. Like it's way harder than before, right? Oh, sorry, come guys. I got something from work. Yeah, I'm on call from work, by the way. Oh no, I forgot I had something to. I have to stream something today. Oh no. If it's WSN. Okay, so what was I? Okay, sorry about that. Warc, wrapping up Warc, her moon skill usage is really big. Is really like so. That's kind of like against her, especially this patch. And yeah, it's just the fact that I think her offense is subpar to these characters. I've been playing a little bit of Warc myself, and it's definitely, I have asked the Warc players, okay, how do you open people up? Like, how do you run your offense? And it's always something super unorthodox that I think it's very risky for what it's worth. So it's weird. She's a neutral dominator, right? So that's kind of her groove. So her mix-up is like average to bad, but her damage is high. In the corner, she becomes good because her throw becomes comboable, right? Like you get very good damage of throw, but still, it's a little. I think it's throwing the ball a little bit from these characters. So that's what I'll say. And to wrap up the tier, oh man, yeah. To wrap up the tier, I think we can put the AN. Actually, yeah. Tough call. This is actually a tough one. Is Noel better than the AN? I don't know. That's a tough one. Is Noel better than the AN? I don't think so. I know this character has dropped off insane. I know this character has dropped off a lot, but I think she's robbery still, man. Like, she can rob you for days. Like, the bad thing about her, I think she's just outclassed by other zoners. So, okay, DAN, we'll go with this, and maybe we'll move it around after, but I'm not sure, man. This is a tough call. The thing about DAN is that for me, her air bonus are like average. Her JC is good. Her air dash is broken, so it doesn't really matter if her bonus are good or bad. Her dash speed is broken in the ground. Her 2B is criminal. She has high damage. Arguably the best mix in the game. Arguably the best mix in the game because you literally have to guess. And she can loop it. DPA is broken. So like, her neutral is obnoxious. So here's the deal. Her neutral is broken if you're not these characters. If you are like a rushdown, if you're like a Ciel, like an Akiha, like a Hisui, you hate fighting versus this character. This character will cook you, and it's gonna be annoying, and you're gonna die a slow, like painful death. So that's the big thing. It's that I think DAN versus counter zoners, like let's say like a Warc or like an Aoko or like a Vlov Roa, she gets cooked. Like, she doesn't do good, right? Like she has to be the person in offense, and she doesn't want to be that. She wants to be like the momentum setter. Like, she wants to dictate the tempo of the match, and these characters don't allow for that. But versus like the rest, I think she does really well. So I think this is justified. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the DA and down players. I think her DP is low, but it's broken for what it is, too. Which is so that's one of the bad things about her. She does have a DP as a zoner, which is kind of jokes, but her DP is low, so it's easy to option select. It does cover a lot of space, and it hits behind. So she can capture a couple punishes that other people can't. Outside of that is, you know, typical strike throw, and then she lands a hit, and then you have to fucking guess. The second she lands a hit, this character, like, for me, goes like, breaks the balance. When she lands a hit, she breaks the balance. But when she doesn't land a hit, she sits comfortably here. She's probably like the gatekeeper. So I was gonna put her here, but she's the gatekeeper to me because I think. Well, the other thing, to wrap up this tier in general, all these characters are kind of hard to play. So they're like specialist characters. Like you need to sit down and really like grind them out. But I do think they are really good they're all tournament viable, really strong. So that's my take for that. Like, these ones are fumble proof, you can suck and win. These ones you can't suck, you have to be nice. You have to be kind of nice to win. So that's my take. That's the take, the difference between these. This is not too much this is not like a power level shit. It's more like consistently you can be bad and win. You can be bad and win. So we're gonna wrap up that here on DAN. So yeah, like I said, just to wrap on DAN, sets up momentum nicely, has decent buttons on the ground. Air buttons are whatever. But good at when playing from ahead, this character is broken. Makes in the game, in my opinion, to this day, next to Aoko. I think Aoko and her are like kind of tied for that. Yeah, DAN gatekeeps. That's one of the things. You don't see a lot of this character. Like I said, she's kind of a specialist character. You need to be like on the grind because her combos are kind of hard, and being consistent at them is like can be difficult. But that's that. All right. High tier, baby, my baby. So why is Noel here and not here? So I was gonna put Noel here. So Noel is good because she is one of the best tournament characters. She's super stable. She's really easy to play, which is it's a super plus in tournament, right? Like, you don't want to be worrying about your combo, your hit confirms, your brain, like super brain power game plan. You don't want to be worrying about that in tournament, right? Like, you want to be focusing on other stuff. So I think Noel is super stable in that regard. Her damage is high. Her mix-ups are easy to do, and they're strong. She has a 2-2 DP, which is mad that's mad stonks. Is insanely stonks. Her pressure is like one of the best rebeat pressures in the game. Easily. One of the best pressures in the game. So what's up with her? It's that she loses these matchups. She loses these matchups. Dude, you can't prove me wrong. I tried too many times. It is impossible. Shit's unwinnable, dude. This match is annoying, this match is annoying, this match is annoying, this is annoying, and this triple annoying. So I don't think she's better than these characters. It's the same as DAN where I said she doesn't beat these characters. I don't think Noel beats this character. You can win, but like, you have to be nice. Like, how many Noels have you seen beating Vlov? Only me. Right? Like, I don't... Like, Kiri died to Masoma. Like, who the hell plays Noel? Dude, I think... Didn't what's this called? Didn't Reload lose to Coin the other day? Like, I barely see Noel beat Vlov. I'll keep it real. Like, I don't think this is a good matchup. the issue with Noel, like I said, she's really simple. So once people lab her against her, I think her offense kind of like falls down a little bit. Because you can jump a lot of her strings, and like she whiffs and you die for it, right? So it's kind of sucky when that happens. So that's kind of sucky. Her keys are limited, but that's not really a con because I don't think you barely use the 10 keys in a round. It's not that big of a deal. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Her overhead, like, she has a couple useless moves still. The 2-2A overhead is garbage. The Rekka into dash is still garbage. Oh yeah, Goitsu is playing this character too. Let's go. So I think she's good and she's my baby, but I don't know, man. You have to be a different kind of breed to like beat these people. Oh, her air movement. Okay, so her air buttons are good, right? Her JA is fucking... Oh my god, I love that button. But her air movement is atrocious. Her back dash, her back ID is bad. Her forward dash is bad. You don't get anywhere. It's really easy to snipe. So that's a big con against her in neutral. And her ground normals, while big, it's like... They're not bluff buttons that you can throw out there. Like, you don't throw 5C out there. Because 5C has like a very big dead angle. Like blind spot. Right on top of her. So it can get you killed. It's not like bluff 5B or 5C. It's not the same. These buttons you really don't throw out like that. You kind of use your movement or make your move. Like, get in that way. From what I've played. So, I think that's one of her fatal flaws. So, fatal flaws is match spread can be a little iffy, and movement is like subpar. That's pretty much it. I do think she's very viable though. She's really good. That was the only Noel in Winner's top 8, you know. So, the only non-bluff was a Noel. Noel Gaming. Alright. Fuck. This is a tough one. This is tough, dude. There are very good characters here. How do we organize this? I think we can put Tohno. I think when in doubt, Tohno it up. When's Kouma? Kouma was coming. Okay, Tohno. I think Noel is better than Tohno purely because I think she has better pressure than Tohno. So Tohno, he's also a super viable tournament character. And he has a fucking insane 50-50 after his EX DP ender. The issue with him is that I think he's just too vanilla. He might be too vanilla to compete with this character. So like, you don't have like easy ways to contest versus a lot of these characters, but you having good fundamentals. I think that's the main issue with Tohno. And like, I don't think there's a reason to pick Tohno when Arcade is here. So he feels kind of like outclassed, which is kind of normal for this type of archetype. Just because I think Arcade achieves something similar and is strong. Also, guys, we're almost at 4,000 followers on Twitch. Jesus fucking Christ. Almost 4,000. We're at literally 3,900. That is insane. Thank you. That's crazy. So, back to Tohno. He does have... I think those things. I do think his neutral is fine. I'm not saying his neutral is bad. Like he loses to this. I'm saying like the approach that he has is very set on stone. So it's really easy to know what he wants to do. But easy to boil down his options. Does that make sense? That's. I think that's a big weakness. His pressure is fine, but it can get really shield friendly. Like, the opponent can shield you in a lot of places, and then he can get really RPS-y. So, I do think that's a flaw. I don't like that. So, for reference, I picked Tohno when the patch dropped. I was going to main Tohno, because he's really fun this patch. They made him really good. But that part of his pressure, in the fact that he dies to bluff, kind of threw me off. I was like, I wasn't really feeling it like that at that point. But I do think he's fine. Like, it's not that he dies to bluff. Like, I beat Masoma for the Evo announcement with Tohno. And I was doing fine. You know, like, he can run strike throw. He has good offense. you can stagger pressure, but it's not. It doesn't come as freely as Noel, and he doesn't have the movement speed that Arcway has, or like the 2B that Arcway has to justify it, right? So, a couple things going up against him. Mainly these two are like the main contenders. So yeah, I don't think he's solid for sure, but like I think you get more value on a character that has a 2-2 DP and that gets better offense, or better offense, better damage, better everything. You know, better neutral. So that's Tohno. I don't think he's fine though. It's fine, completely fine. All right, now, do I? No, I don't think we're not on the opposites yet. Oh wow, they just ended up the two Ciels being together. I didn't plan this. I just thought it through. Okay, so I have Ciel under Tohno and Noel. And it's kind of sad. Okay, so I think the nerfs were a little bit too upset, like, well, a little bit too much. I think the main issue Ciel has, one of her main win conditions, was the fact that she raised your life bar if you fuck up. Dude, why the hell are her Moondrive combos like doing less damage than her normal shit? That's fucking stupid. What the fuck? Like, I heard that she has like new Moondrive shit that is fine, but I haven't seen it. I see a lot of Japanese Lumina, by the way, so I'm like a little confused. Outside of that, I think her offense is really bare bones. It's like on the simple like a spectrum, like Tohno, but I think Tohno has still better offense than Ciel. She doesn't have too much like that. Her offense is pretty straightforward, pretty good stagger pressure, strike throw like Tohno. So I think it's fine to put them next to each other. I think Ciel's neutral might be a little bit more stable. Her jump A is still one of the best buttons in the game. Her jump B is fine. Her dash speed is fine. Her ground normals are really stubby though, like kind of hard to use. In terms of specials, you know, it's all about the key toss, right? Like that's the make or break for her. I do think she has a good match spread though. Unlike Tohno, where like I say, oh, he dies to this, he dies to this. I think Ciel can fight all of these characters just fine. It's not, she doesn't lose on a matchup level. She just gets outclassed as a character. You know, like when it comes to tools, I think that's what the big difference is between her and these characters. So yeah, I think that's pretty straightforward. Like when her main game plan was punishing mistakes and like erasing life bars with Moondrive, that's still there, but it's a little bit less strong. Outside of that, she didn't get like anything to make up for the fact that she doesn't have that anymore. So I kind of suck for her, but still solid. Still solid. Right. Fuck. This is a hard call. This is a hard call. Okay, I'm gonna put Hisui here first. Yeah, I'm gonna put Hisui first. My new baby. This is my other baby. The main girl. So, why is she here? Well, her offense is really good. She has like, she arguably could be better. Honestly, I'm thinking about it. She arguably, okay, so her pressure is really good. She's really good at forcing people to guard cancel, which I think in the Vlov matchup that has a lot of value because Vlov with meter is like insane. Her damage is fine. Her mix up with or without meter is really good, and that's insanely good. It's semi-valuable. She's all about the offense. Her dash speed buff was really significant in my opinion. So I think she can make her move and like get started. The bad thing is she has to make her move. And it's kind of a deal what these characters kind of like shit on her. Yeah, and these characters, you know, like, ha ha ha, bluff. Bluff carried, haha, funny. So that's the bad thing in my opinion on Hisui. The other thing that's a big con in my opinion, she's very meter hungry and she's moon gauge hungry. Because you use the moon skill bento quite a bit on her mix-ups. And again, we're playing on a patch where like moon gauge is really valuable. So like if you don't have Moon Gauge, sometimes you can't really do like your nasty stuff, right? And that can make or break situations. So yeah. Also, she has moon skill items. She's just to the top tier. She does. I mean, it's like a bad matchup. Like, I think she can win. Absolutely. Like, I'm not telling you it's unwinnable. I'm saying these characters have an edge, in my opinion, versus her. But she does fine. Like, I don't think she has like a bad matchup. She can fight. I think the only bad matchup is probably Ice Bluff. Like, just like shits on her. But I mean, everyone loses to Ice Bluff, so that's not really a statement for me to make. You know what I'm saying? So, outside of that, yeah, not having a DP is probably what makes me think she's worse than these. So, for those who don't get it, the shield nerf made it so that DPs are more valuable in the game. Right? And you could argue that's the same with Bluff, but like, Bluff has everything else going for him to justify him not having a DP. Hisui kind of has to fight her way to do things. So, it's kind of sucky on that end. She's definitely like hyper offense, which is cool. But yeah, she can absolutely crash if she doesn't have money. If you don't have money, if you don't have money saved, opening up people is not like that. Yeah, you can't really open up people like that well. But her throw is fine. You get bento, which is, you know, it's there. It's scary. People freak out when they have a bento under their feet. So, also she has the fastest overhead, like the fastest IID overhead in the game, I think. Instant air dash JA is like 21 frames, someone told me. Like 22 frames, some shit like that. That's like 1 frame or 2 slower than Aoko's overhead. Which is crazy. It's crazy. It's really fast for what it is. It's like an assault JA from Under Night. It's really funny. So, yeah. Okay. This is the hot take. I came to break. So, I was gonna put Saber. But fuck it. I break the balance. This is the most fun character for me because either he's top 5 or he's bottom 3. There he has no in betweens in like JP versus NA. People think this character sucks. Bro, everyone thinks this character fucking sucks in NA, bro. It tilts me the fucking hell. This character's broken. This character is broken. It's insane how broken this motherfucker is. If people see this is not even like super bad. Like, this is not unwinnable. Like, Kouma versus Vlov is not even unwinnable. It is sad, it is, but like, have you seen how much damage a good Kouma does? I've been labbing Kouma this past week. This guy does almost 5k for 1 bar of like his good combos. It is like, dude, this guy erases your life if he touches you. And his normals are like all good. Like, his damage is crazy. His bonus are crazy. He has like a fucking good ass command grab. Like, what do you want, dude? You have good ass offense. You have insane offense. Also, you have like arguably the best charge button in the game right now. Because his charge button doesn't clash. He has 3C for fuck's sake. Yes, I was gonna say 3C. Breaks the balance. The button is crazy. Like, I think people think Kouma is bad until like he randomly dashes 3C from full screen and hits you. Like, once you get hit by like 3C from full screen, it's like when you start understanding. Like, maybe this character is not bad. Oh yeah, he's DP. He gets a combable DP too, which is a privilege. And he gets good damage of it too. So, The bad thing about Kouma, only bad thing, which is pretty obvious, his movement sucks. And he can't chain air buttons like PC. So he can't really like guard break super consistently. He can, but he's not consistent. And that's pretty much it. That's literally like, in my opinion, that's his only con. Because he gets good damage meterless, good damage with meter, good meter usage, good DP, good Moondrive combos, one of the best arc drives in the game. Oh, highest health in the game, but it's to like 400, 12k 400, some shit like that. It's not too much compared to like a 12k character, right? So, like it's fine. If you were like 14k, I would tell you like, oh shit, like fumble proof, breaks balance. But we put in top 9. I still think that like he's super solid, but I think these characters are better. Like I don't know if he's better than Hisui. I think it's right on Hisui, honestly. Because like he's not as meter hungry as Hisui. The current day shit, I think that's a hot take. I think people are starting to downplay Tohno, and I don't agree. I don't agree. Maybe. Sheik is less fumble proof. Yeah, more. Yeah, I think Tohno is more solid than Kouma. Kouma can be unstable in the sense that like, if you have a DAN on the other side of the screen just charging and laughing her ass off at you, it's kind of annoying to make your move. But I've seen Lucy Kouma be, you know, like redacted DAN. Like, it's fine. It's completely fine. I've seen it happen many times. Like, I'm not a disbeliever of Kouma. I think this character is fucking insane. And we have a Kouma in top 8 at Climax. So, yeah. I think he's fine. I don't know if he's better than Ciel, though. Dude, that shit was crazy. I saw that match. That match was ridiculous. Okay. I don't know if he's better than Ciel. That's the joke here. I don't know. I don't think so. I think, like, I still think Ciel has really good air buttons. Her game plan is easier to execute. I'd rather fight Ciel. I think she has a better matchup spread overall, though. Like, she's easier to execute than Kouma. But is Kouma better when optimal? It's a tough call. This is a tough one. I think Ciel is more stable. He has a better Bobo matchup. I think Kouma... So here's the thing. Kouma can win. Okay. Kouma can... If he gets in, Kouma wins. If Ciel gets in, she doesn't win. But she doesn't need to get in to win. And Kouma needs to get in to win. It's kind of like Hisui. In a sense, like, you need to make your move. Also, I'm gonna turn on the light. Kouma top 5 when you get past the skill issue. True. He breaks the balance. Dude, I would like to do this as a fuck you all, like, but I'm not that crazy. Yeah, that's the thing. I think Ciel can like play turtle. She can play aggro. She can do like a lot of stuff. And like Kouma has like one way to victory. So I think Ciel is better. That she loses, I would call that a skill issue, my friend. All right. Let's not get sidetracked. We still got some characters to wrap up the high tier. Alright, this might be a hot take. Y'all, fuck you all. This character is not low tier. Fuck you all. You guys are all wrong. You're wrong as fuck. on this fucking character. This character is broken. Super good right now. This character is insanely cool right now. I will not take other takes. Your take sucks. People are like trolling insane hard. So, okay. This song sucks, first of all. Infinity versus Japan, that was like, I was like, this guy is the best player in NA. This guy, he was playing like the best of us all that day, by the way. He was easily playing the best of us all. He was going crazy. He was going crazy. This song also sucks, fellas. So, Saber's offense was already like kinda okay. The fucking Rekka dash buff has been, in my opinion, was one of the best buffs in the game. Right? Like, I think, so the main issue that Saber always had was like, why would I pick this character when I could pick this character? And why would I pick this character if I can pick this character? You know, it was like a Street Fighter 5. Like, why would I pick Saber when I can pick something better that does the same? This patch, they fixed that. Because Saber is completely unique than Tohno, than Arc, than Noel, than all the characters. Her pressure is super dynamic. She has many ways to open you up. Her offense, she stays on that ass. Good plus frames. Amazing character. So, yes, her neutral is still a little bit unstable. Like, yes, her air movement is basic. Yes, the nerf to the clash frames affected this character more than others. Oh, this is another thing about Hisui. The other thing about Hisui is that the clash frames nerf actually fucked her up a little bit, in my opinion. Her matchup versus Vlov was better for Hisui because of the table charge button. Now it's weaker. Now it's definitely weaker. So that's just one thing. But yeah, Saber also got that nerf, but it's fine. Her 2C is still amazing for neutral. Her dash speed is amazing. Her JA is really good and is really underrated. I hate that people underrate that button. The button is amazing. Her conversion, her hit confirms are really easy to do. Her mix-up is fine. Like, she gets a safe jump. I think she gets a safe jump that beats all shield follow-ups in the corner. I think she still does. And that is like the best type of safe jump that you can get in type Lumina. It's like the Vlov's type of safe jump. Those are like the best that you can get in this game. So like, she's pretty safe on that end too. So what I'm saying is, yeah, her neutral is a little rough around the edges, but she can do a lot of stuff, right? The other thing, she can... Okay, Avalon is expensive, but Avalon makes a lot of characters uncomfortable. It can make Vlov uncomfortable, it can make Aoko uncomfortable, it can make Hisui uncomfortable, it makes DAN uncomfortable. Like, it makes a lot of stuff, like, that you normally do. You have to think twice, especially when you're low health. My god, trying to pressure this character is like obnoxiously annoying. So yeah, I think she has a good toolkit in my opinion. She's just one of those, I have to get in, make my move. And what we're seeing in this tier, these characters are all like, I have to go in, make my move, except Ciel, right? And like, these characters are really good at punishing this type of playstyle. So that's why I think these characters are better than these. Mind you, very important if you're watching this on the YouTubes. The power between this guy and this guy is not that much. It is not that much. These characters can beat this can beat this. It doesn't... Like, these tiers barely matter in this game. This game is like probably the most balanced fighting game right now. I will still say it. It's still the most balanced fighting game. You can win with anything. I'm still gonna say it. I don't want people downplaying their characters before we continue. Okay. Because we're gonna go to the mid tier now, and now people are gonna be sad, and people are gonna be like, oh, Scrod, what are you doing? And then some people are gonna be like, yo, my character's low tier, let's go. So, This is a controversial for me because I think this character could be here. I would say outright. I think this character could be here. Could be better than all these fuckers combined. But for me right now is here. Why? Okay. Like Noel, Akiha doesn't really has like, she's like, her air movement is pretty like basic. She does have the air rings, which, you know, kind of help. But the problem is that the rings are like the easiest shield I've ever seen in my life. And unlike actors again, you don't get anything by making them shield you. In fact, I would argue it makes it worse for you, right? Also, let me ask the DM. Okay, I had a DM. So, I think, again, I don't think she has any like, free way in, if that makes sense. She doesn't have any way to, like, affect her neutral, like, positively, outside of being a good-ass player. And the thing is, I think her stagger pressure is not the best. I think it's standard, stagger pressure. I think this character should have Noel's pressure. Her stagger should be like the best in the game for like the amount of work you put. She does have the 2-2A into EX ring mix-ups, like kind of like Hisui. Like Hisui has the same mix-up where like you do auto combo, special move, EX move, do your pressure, your little mix-up. It's the same approach, but I think Hisui has way better neutral than Akiha. The thing that she has that these characters don't have, that Hisui at least, which is the character I'm comparing to mostly, this character erases your fucking life bar. If you get touched by this character in the corner of like a 2B or a 2C, it's 4.5. Like minimum. Dude, you like explode. It's fucking fucked up. It's fucked up. It's fucked up how much damage this character actually does. That's another thing that pisses me off of Akiha players. I did say it in my guide. If you guys saw my Akiha guide that I posted this week, it bothers me to hell that Akiha players don't do optimal combos. I don't think this is the type of player. I don't think this is the type of character that you can play like a you can be a bad player, like, you know. Like, I don't think that's the type of player. It's not like a Vlov that you can suck ass and win. It's not a Vlov. You need to be fucking, you need to hurt on the hits that you have to. Her mix-up is, dude, her offense with EX ring is actually fucked up. But I don't think it's any more fucked up than like EX Dust into Bento. She's meter hungry, yeah. But it's fine. Yeah, like Akiha ability to close rounds is really high, in my opinion. So I think her offense could be really good. I think if her stagger game were a little better. Yeah, exactly. I think if her stagger pressure were a little better, so she could like soften off on having to just rely on EX ring, I think she'll be much, much better. Right? Or like, if she had like Sokone from Sisei Fuku, this character will be here. If she has Sokone, this character will be here. Like, easily. But, yeah, like, I wanted to put her here because I do think she's really strong. But I think she's a little too flawed. And, yeah, the metagame kind of like... The metagame kind of fucks over her, honestly. Like, all these characters kind of fuck her. Like, make her have to go in and, like, play funny shield games. So, yeah, especially, like, Vlov. You have to play the funny shield game versus Vlov. And that's never gonna go against you in your favor versus Vlov. So, that's kind of, like, the main thing that sucks with her. But, again, I do think she's fucking... it's insane. Okay, then... Maids... Okay, this is a tough call. I could argue this, but I'm gonna stay with this for now. Okay, so Maids is probably the most sad nerf, but at the same time, the most interesting thing Kouma has done in this game. Like the most interesting thing he did to a character is probably Maids. So Maids now has the lowest health in the game, not counting Mickey Mouse. Yeah, his Maids is good. Maids has the lowest, has 10k health. Like that's like a throw less, like almost a throw worth of life less. It's noticeable. 11? Oh, 11. Yeah, Neko is 10k. Sorry. Yeah, Neko is 10k. 10 7. Actually, it's 10 700, Scrod. How dare you? No, but yeah, my point is that the low health is actually noticeable. Like, it's actually like easy to explode this character, which is kind of sad. So, the thing I will say is that Japan wanted to nerf Koha because Koha was like arguably the best character in the game after Roa, and they overdid it. They overdid it, but they gave us a very interesting character because Maids, their whole gimmick now is that you can play the tag team now. Like, I kind of think if you want to play Maids, it's because you want to play the tag team. You don't want to play like Koha Maids or Hisui Maids. You kind of want to do their combined setups because Kohaku got buffs that allow her to tag in reliably. You can always tag in reliably with Bentos. So you have ways to make it work. Also, you heal when you tag, right? So that's kind of like the thing. Yeah, you have low health, but you can heal more often than other characters. So it's interesting. It's not that big of a deal, but it can come in handy. I think the Maid-specific setups is what makes her put in this position over solo Kohaku. So yeah, I think that's kind of that. I still think Koha Maids is a really strong character, but the nerf to the damage was too big. It's really hard for her to break 4k, which is kind of unfortunate. And you kind of want Hisui assist because I think solo Kohaku doesn't have like a good kit. Yeah, like the main setups themselves are like insanely good. They're really good. It's just the fact that, okay, when you play Hisui, you don't have the movement speed buff. And the movement speed buff matters a lot to fight like her bad matchups. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, when you play Hisui match, you're playing like a weaker Hisui. Because you don't have MS items and you don't have the movement speed buff. And you have less health. That's kind of the thing that... So Hisui mates for me is... The speed matters a lot. I've noticed, like, the speed matters a lot. Now that I'm playing Hisui, dude, it's like, it matters. It's crazy. So when you play Kohaku, you play the best version of Kohaku. But it's still weaker than what she used to be. But she's still pretty strong. And she has a really good, like, tagging stuff and really good, like, moves that use her partner. So I still think Koha mates is fine. Hisui mates, kind of the way people are playing her is you play Koha mates. You play Koha mates and then you tag in Hisui and do the mix-ups and shit and kind of explode them. Because Hisui has, like, insane offense. So once you get in, the movement speed doesn't matter. The health doesn't matter. You're going to raise them. You're going to go in. You're going to schmix. Right? So that's kind of the approach here. So yeah, that's interesting. And right next to it, I'm going to put Koha, solo Koha. So it's rough. Okay, this is rough because I don't think Kohaku benefits from the movement speed like Hisui does. Because Kohaku is a more balanced character. She has good buttons. She has JB. She has 2C. You know, she has like MS Mistfinder, which is like broken as hell. So she doesn't really benefit from being solo. Arguably, I don't think so. I don't like Japan thinks this character is Neko tier, and like Japan thinks she's here. I don't agree. I don't agree with that take. I do think her Molotovs suck. The worst move in the game is arguably the Molotov. So when you play solo Koha, you give up literally good ass assists and like more health, less, you know, like good ass assist, like a stability, good mix up for more health, movement speed, and there was like a DP that sucks because it's the worst DP in the game, right? So give and take, that kind of sucks. Kind of sucks for for Kohaku. I think she's viable, and I think unlike this character and the next on the list, I think she does okay versus these characters. The issue with her is not that she loses matchups, it's that she's outclassed. Like heavily outclassed. In damage, in toolkit, in everything else. And it's super sad to see her like die, honestly. Because, yeah, she was annoying as fuck, but she didn't deserve this fate. Like, she didn't deserve it. She didn't deserve it. This guy got buffed for the 5th time and she died. Like, let's put that in perspective. That's not cool. But, yeah, Koha mates kind of like kill solo Koha. But I think if I were a player, if I were a Kohaku player, I still play solo Koha purely because I think the health matters a bit more than the assist and stuff. I do think she can run mix-ups. She still has her own plant setups. It's not that they were gone. It's just that she gets less reward per hit, right? Like, it's noticeable. It's noticeable the amount of extra hits you need to land to win. So that's the big issue. Her neutral is still solid, you know, still like the good old Kohaku. Although the clash frames nerf, I think it affected her the most, more than this and this. Definitely nerfed her the most. But then tell me Mario's a bad character. Well, Mario kicks off our bottom 3. Yeah, bottom 3. You could say I don't know how to count, but listen up. Okay, this character, I would keep it real. He has potential to be here. He has potential to be here. However, actually, I'm actively loving him right now because you guys know I love this character. The issue with Mario right now in the current patch is the fact that he has a lot of good mix-ups, but you have to give up a lot of damage to get them. While everyone else can do both, can do damage and mix-up, he has to make decisions sometimes on what he needs. And that's just a like hard power creep. Like what the fuck do I need to do that? Like, give me good fucking mix-up and damage. I know there's a couple setups with J2 and 4C, but they're hard as shit. And honestly, I don't see him. I never see Mario's do it. So, I don't know. The other issue with Mario is that he still has the worst buttons in the game. He's fucking... Anything that isn't 5A sucks on the ground. And his air buttons are atrocious. They're not good. His JA, infamously, is like... It's lower. Okay, so let me... I'll show you all this. And I want you guys to like understand what I'm talking about. Alright, Misumi, Mario. Hopefully, let me see if I can. I hope they have hitboxes. Oh yes, baby. Red Arcade. Oh yes, baby. Show me those. Show me the hitboxes. Show me the hitboxes. Oh yes, baby. So, this is Mario's JA. It's a 7-frame button. This is a line. When I say a line, it's a line. When someone is like on top of you, like a little bit on top of you, this button doesn't reach, doesn't hit him. It's slow as fuck, so you always lose close quarters fights. Always lose close quarters fights. This is Warc's jump B. It is faster than this button. It is 5 frames. This is the first hit. It's 2 hits. Here's the fucking second hit. It's bigger. So like, dude, his air buttons are ass. I hate them. That's what pushed me out of this character, honestly. It's like, dude, these buttons are ass. They're so bad. In a game that's like mostly about air footsies, it's like, come on, man. Oh, he also has a cross-up button. Okay, I want to showcase the cross-up button. I do want to showcase the... Do you see this? You guys are seeing this, right? Do you guys see this? You see these little box? That is the cross-up box. This is that little square at the bottom left. That is the cross-up box. It appears near the end of the move, by the way. It's like ass. Melty today? Maybe I'll play. No, show Akiha JV. No, I think I made my point. It's obnoxious, dude. These buttons are ass. But I do think the patch did benefit Mario quite a bit. You know, ignoring the fact that he became weak to shield now, I do think that he's probably a little bit more consistent now on how to play. So that's fine, it's cool. But yeah, I do think that the bug fix nerfed him. He got buffed to bottom 3. It is sad. Alright. The fucking gambling game character. I'm glad she sucks, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so what's the deal with Mash? She is the worst archetype of I'm a basic brawler that is gonna go in. She's worse than this. She's worse than this. She's worse than this. She's worse than this. And she's worse than this by default. She has the worst implementation of that archetype in this game. Easily. She does have more air moves than Tohno, for example, to kind of like mix up her movement and her approach. Yes, her charging star is good at projectile wars, but not really. Not really. Her damage is high. I think her pressure can be a little scary. It can be. I will say this character, I think she feels unexplored, man. I don't know what it is. I feel like there's something missing. Like, she doesn't... I know they wanted to make, like, a basic character to pick up and play. But I would have liked, a niche for her that, like, actually mattered. Maybe having, like, a good guard cancel, like Revive from Actress again. Like, Series from Actress again. Something like of that matter. You know, like, something that made her unique. Because right now, she's kind of like just a generic brawler who wants to get in and do her thing. But she doesn't do anything to excel at it. I do think, I mean, like I said at the start, I think everyone here can win majors. Rikir made me a Mash believer, honestly. Like, I think this character can go up. That's the thing with this part of the tier list. I think these characters all have potential. I don't even think they're bad. But, like, I'm not seeing it. Like, right now, I'm not seeing the characters being pushed to the limit, or there's something going on. Or, like, they're being outclassed by these characters purely, and, like, people don't care. So, that's the thing with Mash. She's just generic. It's just generic. She doesn't have anything going for her that, like, matters, in my opinion. So, yeah, unfortunately, I don't have much to cover on her. And worst character in the game, Miyako. I still think she got insanely over-nerfed. Like, I'm glad that the overhead and the cross-up got nerfed. But I think the throw nerf was too much. The throw nerf was way too much for this character. I don't think that was a good idea. I hope they revert that one, because I really don't think that was a good change. But yeah, Miyako, I mean, she doesn't have good ways to enforce neutral outside of like maybe 2-2C to check some zoning. Yeah, I mean, like Reaper won a major, not a major, like one of these like weekly tournaments or some shit like that, and he plays Mash and Miyako, for the record. So when I say anyone can win, I literally say anyone can win. So pick whoever. So the other thing about Miyako, she only has like 2-2C to really like contest zoning, and outside of that is using her broken air buttons, which they are broken. Don't get me wrong, they are broken. So her air buttons are good. Her ground buttons are okay. 5B is really good at checking. Like, her fundamentals are fine, but she's just like the pinnacle. Like, the thing is, like, she's not even bad. You know what's bad? Like, the issue with this character's not even bad. She's literally outclassed by this. This is literally Miyako, but like broken. These and her are the same character, but this one is broken and this one isn't. It's literally like, it's night and day. It's night and day with these two. They're the same fucking character. The same shit. But like, she's just so outclassed. Like, there's no point of picking her. That's literally what it comes down to. These two, no point of picking her. This guy, just like, he works extra hard. No point in picking him when other characters can mix up and play zoning or obnoxious neutral. Yeah, that's the issue. That's the main issue with Miyako. So that's the thing of the mid tiers. I don't think they're bad. I think they can win. But like, you're working hard than these characters. These characters either accomplish or do the same but better. Yeah. Key switch from Miyako to Arc Weight, because it's the same game plan. It's the same win conditions. And I mean, of course, you know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This is not a real character. I never, when I talk about character balance or characters matchups or this character is bottom whatever, ignore this piece of garbage. This is not a real character. I don't have anything to say. Like, this is not a real character. What do you guys expected? You guys expected a real people on Twitter telling me, "Oh, Scrod, what if this is Neco-Arc is a real character this time around?" Like, you haven't been here for 10 years, bro. Like, I haven't played this game for like 12 years, almost. It's crazy. Y'all trolling. So yeah, waste of space, unfortunately. Don't bother if you're, you know, like, I don't have to tell you. You already know. Now, corrections. I think I kind of agree with this list. I think the only thing, I have two things. Do I put this character here? Or do I put this character here? Those are the only two checks I have right now. What do you guys think? I still think Ciel is better than Kouma. I just don't think Ciel is better than Kouma. Are too low on the list. Nah, I think Ciel fell off. Ciel fell off, my friend. I think Kouma might be a little too low though. But I don't think he's better than Tohno though. Like, Akiha the Eno high tier could be it. Like, I don't think this is true though. Like, and I don't think this is true. Like, this is not it. Absolutely, I don't think this is it. Kouma better than DAN is like copium. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And better than Noel? I don't think Ciel goes here. I think Ciel is outclassed by these two. But I don't know if Kouma is better than Noel. This is like, And the thing about this is that, yeah, he might be easier to win than Tohno in the long run, right? Like if you can play your neutral, dude, I think Noel is busted. I'll be honest. Like I can see Kouma outclassing Tohno and outclassing potentially Ciel. Kouma needs to get in too. That's the thing. That's the thing. This is a tough. Yeah, the Kouma pick is probably like the controversial one here. It's like the one I'm. Yeah, no, I think Noel is here. Like I'm not moving her, and I don't agree with this take. I could agree with this take. No, Ciel to top of high tour makes sense. I think she fell off too hard, honestly. I think she's good, but I think she fell off. I don't think Kouma is here. Or is he? So that's the thing. It's like, what do I value more? The ability to win once you get in, or the ability to be stable in neutral? And have good set play too at the same time. Well, he does have good set play too. That's the thing. It's like, what do I value more here? Yeah, Kouma mix is really fucking good. The stability in neutral to me matters a lot. So that's why I had this like this. Ciel needs like a lot of stuff. Ciel needs projectile damage. Okay, so the issue with Ciel is that she throws keys and does like 2k in mid screen, right? This motherfucker throws a fucking 2-2A that's like a hit scan and does 4k and does fucking mix up too. That's a fucking difference with like that's like the power level. She can kill, but like when you find a good player, how often that happens? Like how often you get like exploded as versus Ciel? I don't know, man. I don't see it. It's a tough call. I'm gonna keep this here, I think. Because I value neutral too much. And I do think that Kouma neutral, it's not that it's bad, but it's like, if you don't get started, you just like die. You just die of a pathetic death. It's kind of sad. And then Aki had the bottom here. I can see this one. This I don't mind, honestly, like, because I do believe this character is strong. I just believe she's like a little outclassed. Like she's a little bit I don't know if unstable, but like, yeah, unstable probably. Dude, I think you have to be like a task to fucking play optimal, I'll be honest. I don't even know, man. I think your matchup spread is really good. That's why I have it here. But like, I don't see her here, and I don't see her here. That's cap. Like that. You have to be a task, dude. You have to be frame 1, 2, 3, 6C. Frame 1, 2, 3, 6C. The frame 1 key counter poke. No. That's the thing. I think her neutral is good, and her damage is really high. So I'm gonna keep this like this. Although this is really this is a really competitive spot. These three are like really competitive to me, like almost side by side, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Does top 10 work for you? Because I think I can't. You cannot leave top 10 without Ciel, though. That's the thing. But then saying Tohno is top 10 when Kouma is not. Oh, just. Are we overhyping Tohno? Yeah, are we overhyping Tohno? Because he is stable, but he suffers the same versus these characters as Kouma. Like, I don't think... Like, yeah, you have, like, 6BC and 236B. And yeah, you have a 50-50, but he also has a 50-50 of after his B&B. So that doesn't really matter. And he has better JC. He has better neutral buttons. It's a tough one. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, Kouma has meterless 50-50 and Tohno always needs meter. Are we overhyping Tohno? I guess that's kinda... I don't know. I think Tohno, the issue with Tohno is that when he fights a brawler, he literally like outclasses you. Like, he beats you by outclassing you. Like, at brawler activity. But like, when he fights Vlov, it's like, you fucking cry. Yeah, I mean, I've always said that Tohno and Saber are like the same archetype, and it's also the same, pretty much the same archetype as Arc, but Arc is just better. And you know, like, I think Mash, Saber, Tohno, and Arc are pretty much like around the same idea. But Mash is the worst, and Arc is the best implementation of it. I could see this. I could see this take. This take makes sense to me. Like, the Tohno, I think I'm kind of overhyping it, although I do think his Ogizeme is fucking broken. But oh man, it's tough. They're also good. These are also good, many, like, so many good characters. Man, that's why I like this game. These are like, we're saying which one of these is better, but like, they're all fucking nice. I love this. I'll keep it like that. I think Kouma in top 10 though. It's safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. I think that makes sense. Move Mario to Neco tier. I almost, I was gonna put it. I gotta keep it real though. These characters are more Happy Meal. These characters are Happy Meal. Nah, you're trolling me. If you're telling me he's better than this, you're literally capping. I'm sorry. I will not take this take. The health difference is too much. That's your take. I will keep it like that. As your take. I still think Ciel is better. Like, I don't see it, man. I just don't see it. I think this character is much more stable. I think Akiha is better than Saber. Okay, so this is a tough call because this is the best implementation of this. This is a character that's the weaker implementation of this. So if Tohno is better than Hisui, Saber has to be better than Akiha. That's not so this is like harmony, right? Brawler, rushdown, brawler, like, you know, like generic brawler, rushdown. It's balance in all things. Can I think? No, I don't agree. I don't agree with that take. I think Maids is like the character to open up mid-tier. I would see this, but I think this is fine. I mean, our top tiers, I think, make sense. I don't see Ciel being better than Noel any day of the week. I think Noel cooks Prince Money. Kouma, I don't see him better than Ciel. He's fucking broken. I mean, I just think Ta. Remember that Ta is the like #1 ranked player in PS4. Like, he is like, him being God is not gonna make me. It's like, how many majors did I win with Mario? You know, like, if I pick Mario and I win, I'm not gonna say the character is any better. Yeah, I think Akiha's offense is really good. I just think her stagger pressure is a little bit underwhelming for like what it should be. Like, for the amount of work that you get to get in. Uh, like her mix-ups are good, but Saber has the good offense too. That's the thing. It's like Saber is not meter hungry like Akiha is. And the thing is, like, with Akiha, do you spend meter on your setups or on your damage? You can't do it on both because you're gonna run dry. And you usually don't have Moon Gauge because you use Shield BC so often in neutral. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hisui is the better iteration of Akiha. Because she doesn't need meter. She doesn't need... She can use her meter offensively. Like, for the mix. So that's the call here. That's the call out here. Akiha's pressure is better than Hisui. That's a take I've seen. Akiha top tier, broken. That's crazy, though. I mean, her offense is really... I mean, I can see why you're saying that. Because Akiha has, like, the double, triple overheads. The lows, the cross-ups. And Hisui has, like... I just think her kit is better. And her matchup spread is more stable. So, I'll go a little bit more stable on Warc in that front. I think Warc offense is pretty much what makes her, like, puts her below these two. And that's the thing, I think Hisui has, like, you could argue, okay, this has better offense than Hisui, but Hisui is not just offense, she has better neutral anyway, so that's the other big thing. So, I don't know. I think Hisui broke. Hisui broke. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I don't know. I think I agree with this take. I agree with the Saber or Akiha take, though. Any day of the week. I agree with this. I think people downplaying Saber crazy, dude. Yeah, like, she's just solid. She's just better. I'm sorry, like... Remove the command grab mirror cost? For real? Okay. Any last questions before we tweet this out and we get quote retweeted by all of Japan saying Vlov is broken question mark? Why Mario here? He just works harder than everyone else. Also, hold up, I have a text. Sorry, man. So, Mario just works hard. Like, so the thing about Mario is that most of the times you have to decide whether you want mix-up or you want damage. And most of the times you can't even, like, pick both. And it's fucking annoying. Like, I think this character... Okay, so the theme of mid-tier is that these characters all have potential. These characters all have potential. Like, this character, for me, if it's here or it's here, it doesn't fucking matter. I think this character could be, like, up, right? Like, I don't think these characters suck, per se. I think these characters can rise up. I think Mash can rise up. I think Mash is just, like... I think Mash could potentially go up if something is discovered for her. I still think she's, like... The most open-ended question is definitely Mash. Because all the people that wanted her were all people who, you know, like the stupid, like, gambling game. So they didn't stick with the game. And we have, like, Rikir and, like, Reaper playing Mash, and that's pretty much it. Roger. So that's the thing. I think she's still a super open-ended question. I don't know. Same with Mario. I think with Mario we can cook sauce with him, but as of August 29, 2022, I think this character is garbage. I think he's outclassed in every sense by better mix-up characters, by better neutral dominators. Like, how are you a neutral dominator if you have the worst buttons in the game? It doesn't make any fucking sense. If his special moves were broken, I would give it to you, but they're not. If he could guard break like Vlov, dude, this is what I was saying. If Mario could do Spider-Man into EX Spider-Man and guard break that way and get a full combo, this character will be like fucking here. This character will be crazy. But he's not. So he's not. He's fucking out. This fucker throws a projectile and does like 5k of a fucking guard break. This guy doesn't even do that. He needs like arc drive to fucking guard break you, dude. It is fucking silly. It is so stupid. So yeah, it's pretty much that this guy's outclassed. This girl, she is like Saber, which is like Tohno, which is like Arcweight. So just pick Arcweight. Although I'll say Saber definitely has like a niche of her own right now. That this character and this character don't feel up. Her offense is definitely much different, and it's definitely the more interesting pressure structure of these characters. And that's pretty much that, honestly.